Welcome back, sleepyheads. If you have any requests, leave them below. I do not own any of the characters. This was written by LXXLTH, a Luffy one-shot. The Apple Incident. The Straw Hat Pirates had an orchard at a small, uncharted island for supplies. It seemed quite enough the kind of place they could relax for a bit. Luffy was already bouncing through the marketplace, a grin plastered across his face as he scooped out foods from the stalls. That's when he saw her. She was crouched next to a tree, her long, dark blue hair falling over her face, bangs completely obstructing her eyes. She wore formal clothes, an untucked white shirt, a greenish tie that looked like it had been through a storm, and a short black skirt. But what really caught his attention was the apple in her hand. More specifically, how she was staring at it, like it was ancient treasure or a weapon. She muttered to herself, holding the apple. This could be poisonous. Only one way to find out. Before Luffy could ask her what she meant, she turned, saw him promptly toss the apple at his head. "Hey, eat this," she said, her tone oddly cheerful. It smacked him square in the forehead, bouncing off before landing at his feet. Luffy picked it up, blinking at her in confusion. What?" "Eat it," she repeated, clasping her hands behind her back and tilting her head. "If you live, it's safe. If you don't, well, science." Luffy stared at her for a moment before breaking into a wide grin. "Okay." He took a big bite of the apple, chewing happily while she watched with a particular interest. After swallowing, he gave her a thumbs up. "Tastes good." "Interesting," she mumbled, pulling a notebook seemingly nowhere and scribbling something down. "Who are you?" Luffy asked, leaning closer. "You're weird. I like you." She straightened up, stuffing the notebook in her pocket. "I'm Wyan, and you're not dead. Congratulations." "I'm Luffy." "Cool name. Want to join my crew?" Her head tilted again like she was considering it. "Your crew? Are you a pirate?" Her head tilted again like she was considering it. "Your crew? Are you a pirate?" "I'm gonna be king of the pirates," Luffy declared, puffing out his chest. "Huh?" she said, tapping her chin. "Sounds fun. Okay, I'll join." And just like that, she became the newest member of the Straw Hat Pirates. She fit into the crew like a puzzle piece. Someone had forced her in the wrong spot. It didn't quite make sense, but it somehow worked. She was as chaotic as Luffy, always coming up with strange experiments or odd games that often involved the captain and her willing test subjects. One afternoon, Nami walked into the kitchen to find her and Luffy stacking every single dish into a precious tower. "What are you two doing?" she demanded, her hands on her hips. "We're testing gravity," he said brightly, balancing a teacup on top of the wobbly pile. "It's gonna be so cool when it falls," Luffy added, grinning from ear to ear. "Not when I have to clean it up," Nami snapped, grabbing a broom. Despite her quirks, or maybe because of them, Luffy found him spending more and more time with her. She wasn't afraid to be herself, no matter how strange that might seem. And the way she got excited over the simplest things, like the texture of a seashell or the fizz of a cola, made Luffy's heart do a little flip. He didn't quite understand. He started showing his affection, the only way he knew, through actions and, well, stupidly. He called out one morning, holding up a giant fish he caught. "Look at what I got, it's blue like your hair." She blinked at him, her bangs swaying as she tilted her head back. "That's sweet, I think." He grinned. "Want to eat it together?" "Sure." Another time during a storm, Luffy tied a tarp over the deck, protecting the makeshift workspace where she was conducting some bizarre experiment involving seaweed and peanut butter. When she thanked him, he just shrugged, but his grin stretched a little wider. The rest of the crew couldn't help but notice Luffy's behavior. "He's definitely got a crush on her," Sanji muttered to Zoro one evening. "Yeah, but she's too dense to notice," Zoro replied, sipping his sake. Meanwhile, she was oblivious even though she liked Luffy more than she cared to admit. She assumed his antics were just part of his personality. After all, he treated everyone like they were his best friend. It wasn't until one quiet night, when the two of them were sitting on the figurehead and staring at the stars, that she felt something shift. "You're really fun to have around, Luffy," she said suddenly, her voice softer than normal. She glanced at him, her bangs swaying as the wind picked up. "You're fun too," he said. He grinned, but there was something different in his expression, something she couldn't quite put her finger on. For a moment, the chaos of their lives seemed far away, leaving only two of them and the endless sea. And while neither of them said it, their unspoken bond grew stronger with every laugh, every experiment, and every shared moment of stupidity. Because sometimes, love didn't need to be declared, it just needed to be lived. Thank you for listening. If you have any requests, put them in the comments below. Good night, sleepyheads.